Hello crocheters, I finished another pair of socks and I would like to share the tutorial with you. These socks I crocheted using V stitches, so they are very soft, very stretchy and roomy. I especially like the design of the heel in this pair of socks. I think it's very neat and cute. The yarn that I used to crochet this pair of socks is from Global Backyard, hand dyed. And it's a standard sock yarn, 100 grams, and my pair took about 60 grams. I still have this much yarn left. The colorway is Fall Forest, and it's 85% extra fine merino wool and 15% nylon. But any other sock yarns will also work. The hook size that I used is size D, 3.25 millimeters. I start with 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now into the 5th chain from the hook I make a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here I make a double crochet, and the skip chains also count as a double crochet. Now I'm going to make a double crochet into each one of the next 3 chains. One, 2, 3. And now into the next, the last chain, I'm going to work 3 double crochets. One, 2, and 3. And I'm turning this way because I'm going to continue crocheting into the starting chain over here. So into each chain where I made a double crochet, again I make a double crochet. So that's gonna be 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now this last double crochet, actually these are skip chains. Into the chain over here I work 2 double crochets. 1, 2, and I now join with a slip stitch to the top chain over here. And this is the first round, and in the first round I have a total of 14 double crochets. I start the next round with 3 chains, and these 3 chains count as the first double crochet, and into the same stitch where I joined I work 1 more double crochet. And now I'm going to work 2 double crochets into each double crochet around. 2, and then 1, 2, and again 1, 2, and so on. And then I join with a slip stitch to the top chain of the beginning 3 chains. So this is the second round finished, and here I have 28 double crochets. I start the next round, round number 3, with 3 chains, and into the same stitch as joining I make 1 double crochet. Into the next double crochet I work 1 double crochet. Now into the next one I work 2 double crochets. 1, 2, and into the next one 1 double crochet. So in this round I'm going to alternate making 2 double crochets, then 1, 2 double crochets, 1. And in this round, round number 3, I have 42 double crochets. Now in the next round, round number 4, I'm going to start working with stitches. I start with 4 chains. 3 of these 4 chains count as a double crochet and 1 chain counts as chain 1 space. And into the same stitch where I joined, I work 1 double crochet. So this counts as the first double crochet. I skip the next double crochet and into the next one I work a V-stitch again. So first I make a double crochet, then 1 chain, and then 1 more double crochet. I skip the next double crochet and into the next one I work a V-stitch again, which is a double crochet, 1 chain, and a double crochet. And that's how I'm going to continue crocheting around. Just remember to skip 1 double crochet and work a V-stitch into the next double crochet. At the end of the round, I join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the beginning 4 chains. And in this round, I have 21 V-stitches. The next round is going to be a round of V-stitches as well. First, I make a slip stitch into the chain 1 space of the first V-stitch, and then I work a beginning V-stitch, which is 4 chains, and into the same chain 1 space, a double crochet. Now into the chain 1 space of the next V-stitch, I work another V-stitch. So a double crochet, 1 chain, and a double crochet. Into the next V-stitch, I work a V-stitch. So a double crochet, 1 chain, and a double crochet. And that's how I continue crocheting this round. And at the end of the round, I join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the beginning 4 chains. What I'm going to do next is crochet 19 more rounds of V-stitches. So I'm going to repeat this last round, making rounds of V-stitches until I have 24 rounds in total. So that's gonna be 21 rounds of V-stitches. Here I crocheted more rounds of V-stitches, and now I have a total of 24 rounds. And you can adjust this part, you can make it longer or shorter depending on the size you're making. So next I'm going to start working on the heel of the sock, and I'm going to continue crocheting in rows. I start with 1 chain, and into the same stitch where I joined I make a single crochet. Then I make a single crochet into the chain 1 space of this first V-stitch, and then a single crochet into the next double crochet. So I have 3 single crochets made over 1 V-stitch, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a single crochet into each double crochet and into each chain 1 space of the next 11 V-stitches, and I will have 10 V-stitches left unworked. So here I made this row, and over here I have 10 V-stitches left unworked. Now I turn my work and I will be crocheting back. I start with 1 chain, and then I simply make a single crochet into each single crochet across. And now I have 2 rows of single crochets worked, and by the way, in each row there are 33 single crochets, and that's how I'm going to continue crocheting until I have 10 rows of single crochets in total. Here I crocheted 10 rows of single crochets, and now I'm going to fasten off and hide the yarn tail. Now on the right side of the heel, this is the inside, the wrong side, I'm going to attach the yarn into the 11th single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So over here into the 11th single crochet, I attach the yarn. I simply pull it through and keep a loop on the hook, and now into the next single crochet with 2 strands of yarn I work a single crochet. And now I'm going to make a single crochet into each one of the next 10 single crochets. So I will work 11 single crochets in total. So I already have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here I have 11 single crochets, and into the next stitch, into the next single crochet, I make a slip stitch. Now I turn my work and I start crocheting single crochets again. I don't make a chain. I start making a single crochet into the next single crochet right away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and into the next single crochet right here I make a slip stitch. I turn my work and again I start making single crochets right away. I don't make a chain first, but I need to make 11 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and into the next single crochet right here I make a slip stitch. I turn again and start making single crochets right away. I don't make a chain in the beginning of the row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then into the next single crochet over here, a slip stitch. And I'm going to continue crocheting this way until all these stitches on the sides are gone, because I will be making slip stitches here, and a heel of the sock is formed. Here I crocheted some more, and this is what it looks like. And make sure to count the stitches over here so that the amount stays the same. 11 single crochets. And I'm going to continue crocheting until there is no stitches left on this side and this side. So here on this side I only have 1 stitch to make a slip stitch into, but over here I still have 1 stitch as well. So I turn my work, and this is gonna be the last row of 11 single crochets. And now I make a slip stitch into that last stitch, and the heel is now formed. I turn and start with 3 chains, which count as the first double crochet. Now over here I have 11 single crochets, so into each single crochet I make a double crochet. And together with these 3 chains, which count as the first double crochet, I will have a total of 12 double crochets. So here I have 12 double crochets. Next over here I have 10 rows of single crochets, and I will be crocheting into each end of row, so I will make 10 double crochets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, I'm going to be crocheting over the V stitches, and here I will make a double crochet into each double crochet of each V stitch. So over here I have 10 V stitches that were left unworked, and I make a double crochet into each double crochet, but I skip the chain 1 spaces. I only make double crochets into the double crochets. So over here I will have 20 double crochets. And here again I have the ends of rows of single crochets, and into each end of row I make a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th one is actually these 3 chains. So I just join with a slip stitch to the top chain of those 3 chains, and now if I count all the double crochets that I made here, the total must be 51 double crochets. I start the next round, the round of front post double crochets and back post double crochets with 1 chain, and then I make a front post double crochet around the 3 chains of the previous round. So that's my first front post double crochet, and around the next double crochet I also work a front post double crochet. Now around the next one I make a back post double crochet, and in this round I'm going to alternate making 2 front post double crochets, 1, 2, and then 1 back post double crochet. Then again 2 front post double crochets and 1 back post double crochet, and that's how I'm going to continue crocheting all the way around. And then at the end of the round I join with a slip stitch to the first front post double crochet, and the next round is going to be the same. I start with 1 chain, and now I make a front post double crochet around the first front post double crochet, and a front post double crochet around the next front post double crochet, then a back post double crochet around the back post double crochet, and then again 2 front post double crochets, 1 back post, 2 front post, 1 back post. And that's how I'm going to continue crocheting until I have 12 rounds of ribbing in total. And again, you can adjust this part, you can make it shorter or longer as you wish.